So here's three interesting things about the GLM 5.2 release. Number one, it was released one day after the US suspended foreign access to Anthropic's Fable 5 and Mythos 5. Number two, the lab Z.ai trained it without any Nvidia chips. And number three, the stock rose nearly 90% since its release. The company behind Z.ai, Knowledge Atlas Technology stock, is up roughly 1,200% since its January IPO. While the OpenAI and Anthropic offerings are still being anticipated, Z.ai is already listed on the Hong Kong exchange since January 8, 2026, the world's first large model IPO, raising about 4.35 billion Hong Kong dollars at 116 Hong Kong dollars a share. It's also working toward a second listing on Shanghai Star Market, China's version of the Nasdaq. So a sanctioned lab is using public market capital to fund exactly the open weights releases that route around US controls. There's also a crypto angle. Trade XYZ just paid 500 Hype, about $34,000, to claim the ZHIPU ticker, I'm going to call it Zhipu, on Hyperliquid through HIP3, the protocol's permissionless market listing system, that sets up an on-chain perpetual that tracks Zhipu's price with leverage, and it would be the first Chinese frontier AI lab you can get exposure to on-chain. The pitch is a China AI rotation. The Chinese frontier trades at a fraction of US comps, and now you can take a leverage position on it without touching the Hong Kong exchange or a brokerage. Z.ai released GLM 5.2 to its coding subscribers on June 13th, then dropped full open weights under an MIT license on June 16th. On Frontier SWE, a benchmark for multi-hour autonomous engineering, it scored 74.4 against Claude-Opus's 4.8 75.1 and beat GPT 5.5 at 72.6. So it's within about a point of Opus on that one benchmark. It's now the top open weights model on Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index and ranks second on Code Arena's web dev leaderboard, behind only Fable 5. API pricing runs $1.40 per million input tokens and $4.40 output against Opus's 4.8's $5 and $25. Z.ai is on the US Entity List, so GLM 5.2 was trained entirely on Huawei Ascend Silicon. No Nvidia was used in the pipeline. The same week the White House restricted access to Anthropic's Fable and Mythos, Z.ai's Hong Kong listed stock, Knowledge Atlas Technology, jumped about 33% on Monday on the GLM 5.2 release and the Anthropic restrictions. The export controls were supposed to keep China from building a top-tier model, but they didn't. Z.ai built one anyway on homegrown chips and infrastructure that exists precisely because those controls forced China to develop its own. Then they released the model's weights under an open license, which means anyone can download it for free forever. That's the part the controls can't touch. You can restrict chips, you can cut off API access, but you cannot unrelease a model that's already public. No law can bottle back up an open file once it's out there. GLM 5.2 is built for long horizon engineering and not chat. Full repo context, planning, tool use, and iterative execution with selectable effort levels that trade capability against speed and cost. Artificial analysis measured it using about 43,000 output tokens per task, more than other leading open models, which is the cost of all that reasoning. The frontier race is moving from can it answer a clever question to can it finish a multi-hour job, and that capability now sits in downloadable open weights.